Okay. That's how I do that, but I want... Did I do it? Am I in focus and the background's blue? Oh my goodness. Okay. Now I'm excited. Do I still need to adjust it a little bit? Okay, so number one, you guys are in a new yeah, I have a new camera. Hopefully this stays in focus the full video. This is the first time using the camera. I think I love it. So yeah, I bought a new camera. Exciting times, right? Because I felt like the quality just wasn't great enough. So I don't know if this quality is any better, if the volume's any better, the audio's any better. But yeah, we got a new camera and you're there, and now I'm really excited because I have the cool little like faded background thingy. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to be filming right now. Other side now, I just had my hair done. I'm not sure if I love it or hate it. It was supposed to be blonde, but it's not really blonde. I'm distracting myself because I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder, which I thought if I got a camera I wouldn't do as much. I could flip it the other way, but I kind of want to make sure that I stay in focus throughout this whole video. This was going to be like a prom makeup, but then I realised that everyone I know that has a prom has already been to it, so that wouldn't be very helpful. But we're still going to do... we're still going to do a form of prom makeup. This is what I would wear if I was going to prom right now. Not the outfit, just the makeup. I haven't moisturised yet, so I'm going to use my favourite two moisturisers, the Florence by Mills moisturiser, Up in the Clouds, and the CeraVe moisturiser 2. Am I back in focus? I am. I love this. This has been 5 minutes of me rambling about how much I love this camera. That failed. And this camera was a task to find. Like, I originally wanted the 80D. This is the Canon 60D. And I wanted the 80D. But the 80D was like £600, and you know, goes on a budget. I don't have that kind of cash. So I couldn't just like go buy that. I've been saving up for a while, and I just didn't want to spend my savings on a camera because I have a lot going on towards the end of this year that I need my money for. I'm gonna use the CeraVe one while I tell you the rest of the story. So yeah, so I dropped it down to the 70D, and I was like looking through at the differences between each camera, and there wasn't really much of a difference. Like, the only thing I knew I wanted was that I wanted it to be above 18 megapixels because that's what an iPhone is, and I needed a flip out screen that was separate to the lens so that I could flip it backwards if I needed to do a video where I wasn't allowed to do myself, kind of thing. So that's all I knew I wanted, and I was googling. I've been researching this camera for years. I'm gonna go in with the Milk Makeup blur stick. I don't have a mirror. I never have a mirror. That's one thing I need to invest in. I did have a mirror. I had a Unicorn Cosmetics one, and don't know what happened to it. But anyway, back to my camera story. I don't know if this is actually working. So yeah, so I finally found it, and I was very happy. And I was looking online, and they did bundles, so I went to CEX, which is like a second-hand store here in the UK. It's like a gaming and electronics store. So I went there. I was searching online, and the price difference between the 80D and the 60D was like massive. It was like ridiculous. It was like £300–400, and I was like, if I drop down a band I can get similar I think it's only 2 megapixels difference, and the other one was sort of newer, but I was like not really bothered, you know, because I just was excited to be able to get a camera. This is the Flawless, no it's not. This is the Filter Finish Gorgeous Glow by Collection. It's the Flawless Filter Dupe. I have used it on my TikTok. We're going to use this to continue what we were talking about. So, as I say, I was looking everywhere. And I found it on CEX. And I found my old iPhone in my drawer. And I checked it over and it was still in pretty good condition. So, I was like Googling. I wasn't Googling, I was on the CEX website again still. And I was looking, I look very washed out in this. 1 second. There we go. And I was like looking on the website, like how much can I get for my iPhone, you know? Like I say, I have, what's that? A lot going on this year that I could really use the money for other things. And I was just like, you know what, I don't really want to be spending my, it's my money, but I don't want to spend the savings that I've worked so hard to save on a camera when I really need them for other things throughout the year. So I went online, saw how much my iPhone, I could get for my iPhone, and the CEX voucher was so much more, like you got more. I feel like that's still too white. Right now. You got more for a CEX voucher than you did cash. The Nice Shade Glow. This is the shade Mont Blanc. This always sprays absolutely everywhere. So that's not working. Wax on the back of my hand. That's disgusting, but that's what we're doing. No one else uses this foundation, it's just... Oh no, I'm covered in foundation. That is... ew. Like I said, I could get more for the phone if I sold it in with CEX. So back onto the story. So I traded my phone in. I had some cash left over from Mexico that I also traded in. And that gave me literally the exact amount for the camera at CEX. So that's what I did. I bought it. Well, I didn't. I went to 2 different stores to see if they had it in store. And they didn't. So then I went to this other store because I looked online, it said you could check in store. So I checked in store, I went to this other store and I was like, it says you have it. I look like a ghost right now. Like, it says you have this camera, but it's not on display. Where is it? So she was like, let me go look for you, I'll go find it. So she went off to go look and I'm like, please have this camera, because I begged my mum to drive me. I can drive myself, but I hate driving unnecessarily, so I begged her to drive. It just stops recording after a while. I look ridiculous right now. So, anyway, I don't look this pale in person, I don't understand it. Is it to do with this? I don't know. NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in the shade Vanilla, and the Born This Way Concealer in the shade Marshmallow. This is going to go under the eyes and this is going to spot conceal. We get to the store, obviously I've asked her for the item. I'm like, where is it? She's like, oh, we do have it, let me go find it for you. So I'm like, yay. And my mum's like, is it silver? And I'm like, no, it's not silver, it's black. She's like, well, this girl's bringing you a silver camera right now. And I'm like, please, please do not be wrong. Like, I don't have the patience for this right now. Anyway, it was the wrong camera. She brought it out and I think she could see my face physically drop. Like I was heartbroken. That's really sad, but I was like, it's meant to have like a flip out back and everything. Like online it says that it's flip out back. It did not look like a Canon 60D at all. It was like a silver, like a really, really old silver Canon camera, and I was like, I'll come back later. She was like, do you want me to save it for you? I was like, no, I'll go check the other store. There was another store, they didn't have it either. So I went online, ordered it, and then it arrived. And I was like panicking that my mum was like, well, because it was the wrong one in the store, do you think it's going to be the wrong one like online? And I was like, really hope not. And then it wasn't, so that was the end of that story, and it was really happy, and I'm now happy because I have the camera that I wanted. But now I'm concerned that everything's far too light and bright, and I'm going to have to add colour back into my videos because I feel really washed out in this video right now. And I'm hoping it's the lighting or something, because it's not cute, you know? I look like a pale little Casper ghost. That's the end of that story. So we're going to go in with the Collection Flawless Filter. I need to stop calling it that. Filter Finish. This is the shade 3. The other one was the shade 1. And I'm going to use this to like bronze up a bit. That's a lot. It's fine. Why is it going in my hair? We look beautiful right now. Yeah. Fun fact, I went to get colour match today for foundation, and the girl there was a bit, it's not a fun fact at all. The girl there was, I don't know, she just seemed like she didn't really want to be there. She didn't even try to sell us the product, which usually I'm like, people are trying to like oversell your product, it can get annoying. But she didn't even try to sell you the product at all. She looked like she didn't want to be there. She was aggressively rubbing my face with a cotton bud, like to apply the foundation colour. And I mean, look at me, my skin tone. She instantly picked out like orange shades. Like you could see on the bottle that the shades were very, very orangey shades. And I'm like, did you really just look at me and think that I had orange skin? Because I literally had to tell her like, oh, it's more of like a pinky skin. I was like, I'm very fair. I'm sat right in front of you. And she's like, oh, you are a bit, aren't you? I just said it because I wanted to say it, you know what I mean? But anyway, she eventually found a colour that did match me, and it turned out it was Mont Blanc, which so happens to be the shade that I just used of this NARS Shea Glow. So apparently my perfect shade is my sister's non-tan shade, and this is me with an actual tan. I was very sad. It's like, it's fine, I'll go buy it later. I already have it at home. But this never seems to match me, but apparently now it does, so that's fun. I didn't set under my eyes, so we're going to use the Huda Beauty Easy Bake in the shade Sugar Cookie. I always say the shade Translucent, and it's not the shade Translucent, it's just the shade Sugar Cookie. And I forgot to do it, so my under eye's probably really creased right now. These look very similar. I can't decide whether to use the Made by Mitchell one or whether to use the She Glam one. I feel like for staying power today, I'm just going to use the Made by Mitchell one. This is the blush in the shade Peach Sugar. Because I haven't tested how well the She Glam ones wear. So I want to... should I put this out with a brush, or is that going to ruin it? I usually use a brush. I use this P. Louise 648 brush to try and buff it out a bit. I feel like that's just made me look really... I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I feel like this side's just a bit too blushy. So now I'm going to go in with the Butter Bronzer. This is from Physicians Formula. It's their deep bronzer one. It looks so pretty. It smells like holiday and it makes me want to sing the Little Bit song. Can we wake up all night? We don't stop filling up on my body, babe. Touch me like a summer night, you feel like a holiday. On the forehead. You know, because I'm literally the palest human I know. So I have 3 brow products. That's 2. There's the third one. I have the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil, the Benefit Gimme Brow, no, the 24 Brow Setter, and the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brows Micro Precision Tinted Brow Gel. I might not use this one. We're not using that one. We're just going to use the Charlotte Tilbury and the Benefit together. I'm doing mine now. I'm making teeny tiny little strokes. Hopefully it looks better once we put eyeshadow and everything on, because this does not look cute right now on this camera, but in person it looks fine. I'm gonna go do the eye makeup on this eye and then we'll do this eye together. I'll do it the way around, one of them, I don't know. Okay, so I've done this eye. It looks crazy on camera, but my Madison Beer palette has just broken and this eyeshadow is literally stuck here, like it's like magnetic. Like, why is the eyeshadow magnetic? Like, can you see? Like, it's like, look. What? Like, can you see? Why is my eyeshadow magnetic? Basically, I've put the P. Louise base on and this shade, and then I'm going to use this shade, oh no, this shade in the crease. I don't know what to do. I'm going to use the 191 P. Louise brush and the shade that I just mentioned and just go all over the lid with the, not over the crease with that. I'm going to start by patting it here. I just realised I still had my music on then because I hadn't turned it off yet. Oops! But yeah, I'm just doing this. Patting it and then sort of like swirling as well. And I want this all the way down here, so. I'm gonna go into, this is the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. I don't know if you can see that. I'm gonna use the shade Suede, which is this shade here, and literally tap and then tap straight off, and I'm focusing that in this part here. And I'm gonna deepen it up very lightly and bring it across. Taking a cleaner brush, this is like an angled one, just gonna sort of blend like this. I'm going to take the P. Louise 135 brush and a little more of the base. This is the P. Louise cosmetic base in the shade Rumor 1. Looks like this. I used it a little bit in my last video, but not a lot. I don't want a lot for this. It's like a super easy little cut crease. So I'm gonna, I always try and look straight ahead and draw where I want it to be. Which was not that tall, but it's fine. Messier towards the edges. Because I applied far too much, then I just use my finger to sort of like stop it being so tacky, I guess. Then taking the P. Louise 128 brush and the shades Moondust and Bubbly mixed together, applying them all over the part that we've just cut, I guess. Wasn't really a cut crease, it was more just so that I had a nice tacky base still for the shimmers to go on top. Back in with the shade Suede, just blending it across the glitter like this. Then taking the P. Louise 159, this is not sponsored by P. Louise, I just bought some new brushes. I'm going to take the shade Black Truffle, which is this black shade, and like literally pat off so much. And then, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but I'm just stamping it on the lash line like this. I'm going to clean 158 brush, just smudging it a bit. Then taking the shade Suede again on a 127 brush, just putting it on the lower lash line. Then taking the I Heart Revolution pencil, I can't tell you like the exact name of it because it's all sort of rubbed off, but this is the quad eyeliner pencil and I'm using the brown shade just to tightline the waterline, both the top and the bottom. These are the Unicorn Cosmetic lashes in Forget Me Not. I've already cut them to size and I'm just going to apply these to my lashes. Look down into the thing and then I drag it across because that is not where it needs to be. Oops. Keep having to lean forward and start again. Right, so for highlight we're going to use the O-Fat highlighter in the shade Pillow Talk. This is one of my favourite highlighters ever. It was a big hype ages ago, but I'm back on it because I love it. This is the 669 brush and I'm just coating the brush on this and then, like, how can you not love this highlight? It's beautiful. And I'm just going to pat it here. Abby? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's my mum or someone. Definitely forgot to inner corner highlight. I knew it was you. What are you doing?
What am I doing?
Well, this is my room. It's not your room.
Was my room.
But it's not anymore.
It is now.
But it's not anymore.
It's
now all you're going to hear in the background is you getting a shower.
Look, just think it's a relaxing waterfall.
Oh, it's not a relaxing waterfall. It's you in the shower. Are you turning the shower on or not? green. I don't know. It's not the purple or the pastel green one. Don't use my razor. So now we're going to use the NYX Shine Loud. I dropped it. The Shine Loud lipstick. This is the shade Magic Maker, I'm guessing. It says it there, so that's what we're going with. Okay, so that is the finished look with everything done. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment down below of literally anything you want. I just like reading comments and replying to you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!